This is fair use, fair use. I do not get paid or benefit from none of these videos. According to the Act 1976 Act, this is only for educational purposes only. So, thank you.
This morning, as spring break travel ramps up, airports around the country looking to rebound from a buzzkill bottleneck.
You are 3 hours early to the airport, and this is what you get.
This massive line snaking through Louis Armstrong New Orleans International on Sunday, where people were backed up all the way to the parking garage. In Houston, Hobby International warning travelers wait times could exceed 3 hours, forcing some to change their travel plans.
I have never seen the airport so crazy. I am just going to drive.
Airports in Atlanta and Charlotte also seeing lines around an hour long.
We already missed our flight, so now we got to try to figure out what's the next step.
The Department of Homeland Security blaming some delays on the partial government shutdown, saying TSA agents are now set to face their first full missed paycheck, which could lead to crippling staffing shortages.
TSA is going to do their very best to try and keep those lines moving. People should be prepared as this drags out for longer lines.
It all comes as airlines are bracing for a record-breaking spring break travel season, with about 171 million people expected to fly, up 4% from last year. But with the Iran war causing oil costs to soar, jet fuel prices are rising. The price you pay for airfare may soon go sky high. And spring break road trippers will feel the pain at the pump, too.
I don't even want to fill it up.
Still, Americans are on the move, and beaches are bracing for the first wave of spring breakers, including Miami Beach, which went viral with this message in 2024.
We're breaking up with you.
Now the city is relaxing restrictions and rolling back curfews, but it has a clear message for bad breakers.
Bottom line, if you're coming to enjoy Miami Beach responsibly, you're welcome here. If you're coming to break the rules, don't bother.
Don't bother.
Yeah.
Don't bother. So these long lines that you had in your story there, reality is they could be around for a while. So folks who might be getting ready to hop on a plane for a spring break trip or something else, what do they need to know?
Yeah, I mean, the problem too, Craig, is that they're not predictable.
Right.
So they can change from day to day, airport to airport, even shift from shift at various airports with staff being out. You have to have your airline app on your phone.
18th Street, 5 men and 1 woman were shot. Authorities say they could be in their late teens or early 20s, and it's believed they will survive from their injuries. 10 on your side's Angela Bohan went to the oceanfront today and spoke with a witness who called it mayhem.
In less than 2 weeks, the curfew for unaccompanied minors here at the oceanfront is set to change from 11 p.m. to 10 p.m. But Saturday night's shooting did happen before 10 p.m. So we're talking to folks down here about what they think of all this and if they think a curfew will change anything.
Got into the hotel, and then it was just mayhem. People running everywhere. And I didn't know what was going on.
Dave Ferkler describes thousands of people crowding the streets of the oceanfront.
People just started scattering, and there were young women coming in and hiding behind the wall here.
Police Chief Paul Newdigate said with the warmer temperatures, they anticipated crowds, so they ramped up staffing. But he says that alone is not going to solve the problem.
We are not a deterrence for an individual that is going to pull a gun out, or 2 individuals that are going to pull a gun out and shoot at each other while there are 1,000 other people on the sidewalks in the streets. So we have to find some other tools. We need some other assistance to resolve this problem long term.
There's already a plan in motion to enforce an earlier curfew for those 17 and younger. That starts March 19th.
I don't think the curfew would have done anything because there was as many adults in the crowd. It was real mixed.
Sonia Ferguson didn't know about the shooting until we told her.
Gun laws should be more strict. Kids just shouldn't be out here late with guns. It's just ridiculous.
The police did a really good job of being present, but the youth today, I don't think they care. They just don't care if the police are here or not. They're going to do what they do. And
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory and praises to my power, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakaha Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops that rule well, and that's worthy for double honors to you. I want to say Shalom, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. See all the four corners of the earth that's praising in the name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. To you, I want to say Shalom. There's a brother in the car, come up with another edifying lesson, Lord willing, as well as be exhorting. It's going to be a quick, to the point lesson, for real. It's mainly for the IQ and Aqua that's out there. You know, and this season, the hooligans like to come out and wild out. You see what I'm saying? The foolish people. You know, the 2/3, I like to call them Babylonians. You know, so the first video was traveling. You see what I'm saying? 3 hours backed up, different airports. With all this stuff going on, you would think they would be like, oh shit, like maybe it's time to, you know, calm down and sit your ass down. But like I said, they don't care. They thinking, you know, America's all good is on that back burner. You know, this is on the verge of World War III. Then the second video happened actually in my state. And remember, that day that happened, it was one warm day. It was like in the 77 degrees, and boom, that shit happened. So this is like a fair warning for you brothers and sisters who have to hang out. You see what I'm saying? You need to be circumspect. You see? And we're going to start with that. With all this stuff going on, you need to be circumspect and watch and be vigilant. You can't be, you know, this lackadaisical and just walking around with whoever, man. Because, you know, hey, we in those evil days, man. Anything can pop off, man, at any time. You know, most people thinking, you know, it's all good. But damn, just like the video I made, let's go to it. Man, how these two, they were stuck in Dubai, fishers that are taken into even that. It's basically the same thing. People traveling, and you know when you on the verge of a war, but you just don't care. They're just out here doing whatever. You see what I'm saying? So I want to get this. Ephesians chapter 5. Let's start at verses. Let's start at verse 8. For ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye the light in the Lord. Walk as the truth of the light. Yeah, because we was in that dead, folly state. You see what I'm saying? We want to go out and turn up. Now, I'm gonna say this: nothing is wrong with going out and having a good time, but you need to know who you around and where you at. You know, and just same thing with these vacations and cruise. I feel like, this is my opinion, you should not be on no vacation if you're the true man of the Lord or sister, because you don't want to be in no situation where a missile could just come through and hit that ship, or even flying. They said over like 100, what did I think say? Over 1 million people was flying this spring break. That's a lot of people. You see what I'm saying? Just to do nothing but take pictures in another location, man. You know, but let's keep going. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 9. For the fruit of the Spirit is all godliness and righteousness of truth, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord. And have no fellowship with unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. And how we do it? We prove them by crying out and sparing none. We know, telling them about their transgression and sin, but mainly having no works with darkness. You shouldn't be with no carnal-minded person, you know, who's a crash out, YNs and stuff like that. You should not be in no area like that. Let's get Proverbs, I believe it's 4 and 14. Well, you shouldn't be in no damn bar 3 in the morning with these motherfuckers. You shouldn't be, even at the beach, man. You see a big crowd of people up to no good. You shouldn't be in those type of situations, man. Proverbs 4, verse 14. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not the way of evil men. You see? And these proverbs are like wisdom. You're supposed to apply this to yourself. And this will actually help you apply this wisdom. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, this is only for the IQ and Aqua that's out there. I don't care about the 2/3 and non-believers. They can do whatever they want. But let this be a warning to you, you know, brothers and sisters, man. You know, like stuff can happen just like that. You see what I'm saying? It's getting warmer, and people get stupider when it get warm for some reason. You know, let's go back to Ephesians 5. So Ephesians 5, verses 12 now. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret, but all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light, for whatsoever doth make manifest in the light. And we do it on the Hours of Bibles with these videos calling on the wickedness of this place. Wherefore he said, awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light. And this is the main point right here. See then that ye walk circumspectly, and not as fools, but as wise. Did not Yahushua say be wise as serpents, but harmless as doves? You see what I'm saying? You want to be wise when you're moving around. This is the main point. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 16. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to get caught up in these crowds and these areas like Miami, Spring Break, and Murder Beach. You see what I'm saying? Even though you got brothers in both locations, but even them brothers ain't gonna be out there all night with them. It's a certain time. They might be out there earlier, on the highways and byways, but they're gonna definitely leave at a certain time. You just gotta move with wisdom, man. It's not smart to be in the crowd, man, and engage with these folks, man. Let's get Ephesians chapter 5, verse 17. Wherefore be ye wise, be ye not unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. And be not drunk with wine, wherein the excess, but be filled with the Spirit. And that's what's going on with a lot of these Babylonians. They are drunk with the folly. They want to go out. They want to relax. That's what they say. But you do the same shit every year, man. You see what I'm saying? It's other ways you can relax. The comfort of the scriptures. You can just take a brisk walk, man, near some water, man. It's other ways. You don't got to travel to no damn Atlanta, Miami Beach, and just be around hooligans, man. There's other ways you can do it, man. And also, let's get 2nd Esdras, chapter 4. I already got it up. Pull it up, 37. By measure he hath measured the times, and by number he hath numbered the times. He did not move nor stir them until measure be fulfilled. Yeah, because nine times, at the end of the day, you should be. What I'm trying to say. Let's go to the scripture. Occupied in prophecy. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. At the end of the day, you shouldn't be worrying about all these things going on around the world. You should be doing things that's gonna help your spirit. Book of Sirach 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, he is occupied in meditation. Therefore, I will seek out the wisdom of all ancient and be occupied in prophecy. So, if you occupy in prophecy, you watching diligently, and you know what's going on. It wouldn't be wise to be out here traveling and being caught in folly, man. Because boom, you could get caught off guard. What else we go to? Let's go to 1 Peter. 1 Peter chapter 4 verse and 7. And this is what Yahweh shall command us to do. But at the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. We're supposed to be watching and praying. We ain't supposed to be in this Babylonian drunk mindset. You see what I'm saying? Turn up mindset. It's the summertime mindset. Leave those for the hooligans, man. You need to be locked in more as ever, man. Because we're coming to those days that these people who going out and love to be caught in that folly, ain't gonna be no more. You see what I'm saying? When this bitch gets shut down, and you don't know what happened. You ain't gonna know what's gonna happen. You see what I'm saying? Let's get the Book of Sirach 7:16. I thought about that one too. It's supposed to be a little quick, short lesson. I just seen that and it started pretty funny. This is Book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 16. Number not thyself among the multitude of sinners, but remember that wrath will not tarry long. So, you don't want to be together with no, what I'm trying to say, basically equally yoked with a non-believer, especially at them demon. Even we got friends like that still in the world who want to go out and carny like that. Sometimes you just gotta say no, man. Nothing's wrong saying no. You don't want to get put in a position that you got to worry about. Oh shit, what if this happened? What if that happen? Just say no. Just but you know what, bro? We can do other things, man. You see what I'm saying? Let's get 2 Corinthians. This is 6. Yeah, 6. 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what is fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness, and what do communion with light and darkness? And what concord have Hamashiach and Baal, or what part if he that believe with infidel? So you see what I'm saying? You don't want to be around them because people with a carnal mindset would do carnal things. You know, now I ain't said cut off your friends and don't hang around with them, but for example, if you want to go out to some damn party, 12 o'clock at night, and you know there's gonna be a bunch of YNs there, and it's nothing good, and it's not no normal gathering. Then don't go, man, because you gotta be circumspect. You know, you gotta be sober and vigilant. And plus all this stuff going on, see these damn Americans, Babylonians, they funny because it's a whole war going on technically, and they thinking, well, America got it, we cool. Man, I keep saying this and I keep praying for it. I hope one missile slip through and just bomb this bitch and just hit a certain area and everybody go to fear, bro. Because people are very proudful and too comfortable, man, Babylon the Great. Let's get this and close it out because, I already made the point. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil as a roaring lion walking about seeking who he may devour, man. So you have to be, vigilant and being sober and watching. Because we ain't those times. We ain't in the time of being and following and all that. But it is a time and place, you can have fun. Nothing's wrong with it. But you got to just do it with wisdom. You see what I'm saying? Let's close it up with Ecclesiastes 3 since I brought that up. Like, it's not wise to be on a cruise. It's not wise to keep traveling state to state, want to be a hot girl or a YN nigga and want to be on Instagram taking photos. It's not wise to do those things, man. In these times that we in. And I got this. Ecclesiastes 3 and let's start at verse 1. We're going to close it out with this. To everything there is a season, and there are time and every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, a time to build up. You should be building up in the faith right now. You shouldn't be out there wanting to be the next top celebrity. You see what I'm saying? This world is through. A time to weep, a time to laugh, a time to mourn. It's better be in the house of mourning than the house of mirth. You see? A time to dance, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get, and a time to lose, a time to keep, a time to cast away, a time to rend, a time to sue, a time to keep silence, a time to speak, a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war. And we in that time of war. We in a time of a spiritual war, you see what I'm saying? And a time of peace. What profit hath he that worketh and that work labor? I have seen a travail which the Most High have given the sons of men to be exercised in. So it's a time and place for everything, man. This is a little message and warning to help other brothers and sisters because we know that it's getting into the springtime and the summertime and things can get crazy, man. It's always something. But, hey, a little quick lesson. So, Lord willing, from lesson edifying, you got something from it. I'm going to close it out. I want to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah HaKwadash.